Hello and welcome to another episode of The Zoo. My name is Alpha Weiler, and with me today is Simon Geddes, who's going to explain what a connector is. Before we jump into that, I want to give you some background on what a connector is and what the topic is and why Simon is the guest today. BMC Software recently put out a new solution called MyIT Service Broker. This is a service app store that federates various sources, various catalogs, both internal and external, into one single service app store. Now, rather than our customers building their own connectors to these different sources, these integrations, we are building a library together with developers and partners. And this library will grow over time, and more connectors will be posted there, making it easier for our customers to connect to whatever solution they want to bring into the service catalog. Thank you, Simon, for joining the Zoo, and maybe you can illuminate those a little bit more than my high-level version of that. A connector is some kind of light integration, is that correct?
Yeah, basically a connector is it's a component that allows MyIT Service Broker to communicate to any fulfillment system out there, such as Ariba, Oracle, Box, Flexera, and so forth.
And does it have to be IT-related sources? It could be anything like Expedia or American Express.
Exactly. It's both IT and non-IT related resources. You can basically go in there, order your trip, or be able to order your desk.
And how do I build this connector? Do you have any SDKs or tools or platforms I should use?
Yeah, so we have a program built around there with introductions and SDKs and actual support on how you get these connectors uploaded into the system. The skill set that's required for it is Java, and they'll probably take about a month to develop, just really dependency on the complexity of the actual connector.
What makes a connector more or less complex?
For example, if you took something like Box, that's a relatively simple connector. It requires a name and an email. It's able to take that information, pass it over to Box, and provision that account pretty straightforward. I think we can all understand that. But something a little more complicated would be something like Flexera, where you would need to do license checks, find out what machines that user has access to, what software they're going to provision, and so forth. So
you, to some degree, are connecting data and make sure it is pulled all the way over to the MyIT Service Broker, and then on the same time you have to have it bimodal. They have to go back there and talk. Is it a two-way connection or is it just one-way connection?
Two-way. So you're really engaging through a portal. You're able to request some type of service through MyIT in BMC's case. You're able to find that, request it, fill out a questionnaire more or less. Add your name and email and so forth. That information is then passed down through Service Broker, out through the actual connector, and off to the actual fulfillment system.
Now,
then it's fulfilled, and it comes back and says, "Congratulations, your account's been provisioned, and away you go."
Sounds very easy.
Yeah.
But like you use Box, and I'm sure it works with others. So, but what if I have an old system? I mean, what if I have a BMC SRM, for example? Does this work with every type of system? What does the system that I want to connect to MyIT Service Broker have to be able to do for me to build a connector to it?
It has to really just only communicate through APIs to our APIs in our system. So that's what the connector is. It's basically the component that's able to communicate between the two systems through APIs.
How long have you been working on this connector layer and program around it?
Service Broker, which involves connectors from the beginning, has development started about a year ago. The actual planning probably 15 months ago.
Okay, so it's still coming around. And you done beta recently, I understand?
Yeah, we released beta back in October. Then GA'd near the end of October, and we're actually releasing a service pack here any day now.
Great. If I'm a developer and I want to participate in this, what's the benefits? Why should I build a connector for BMC's Service Broker? What was the benefits to me?
It's access to the systems that you have. BMC has, it was just released the other day, 9 million end users. If you're able to get your connector in there talking to your system in front of 9 million end users, that's pretty good exposure for your platform.
Yeah, so it's a way to promote your solutions, your innovations, and it's not only 9 million end users, but it's like 15,000 companies and 80% of the Fortune 500 or something.
Exactly. Within Service Broker, there's actually a marketplace tab. So you're able to go there and see any type of connector that's been procured from BMC or contributed from your partner network. It's done up with all the meta language and the tags and the videos and all that type of stuff that really helps market your product.
So if I buy MyIT Service Broker and I want to start to federate my various sources like the SRN catalog, I might have HP Propel, plus I have some outsourcer, and I have a Dell hardware catalog, for example. Rather than building connectors to each of them individually, I go into this marketplace, and hopefully there are connectors to these sources there.
Pre-built connectors will be there, and you're able to easily go in there, click on them, and install those connectors within your environment and have that connection to those fulfillment systems or importing systems.
Over the next year or so, how many connectors do we expect to see in the marketplace? 5, 100? What type
I'm really hoping that we're there around 100. I'm hoping that's the goal, and I want to obviously be beyond that. We're currently recruiting developers and so forth to concentrate. There's efforts within BMC to promote these things, so we're hoping upwards of 100 will be there.
And is the program, if I want to join today, is the program open yet, or when is it launching?
It's in beta right now. You would have to reach out to some of the program people here to get you added to the system, but the official launch will come out next quarter.
So if I just ping you on Twitter at Simon Geddes, you can hook me up with right people.
Yeah.
Very good. Great. Thank you so much, Simon. I'm sure there's other questions that our developers have, but as they find out more about this, hopefully the interest will rise. Thank you so much, Simon. Talk to you later.
Cheers. Thanks, Al.